Hey, you should. Hey, you should leave. Oh shoot! Hey, we're already live anyway. So anyway, hey, do not say no 17 no man because the Philadelphia
17 till proven otherwise.
Nah,
Welcome to
Chief.
episode
I'm telling you
2.
right now,
Let's
bro.
go.
If y'all listen, yo, what is going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very, 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 very first episode of The Truth. This is why we started this, because of you. We started. I'm tired of listening to your, fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about 17 no until proven otherwise. BS.
Hey, I was pretty close last year, thank you very much. We could have easily won those 3 games we lost and been 17-0.
Bruh, stop it.
Right? You happy to have 7 of those 3 games?
Look, we lost.
Huh?
We lost. We can win the Super Bowl, but we lost.
Yeah, baby. We back. We back. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's up, man? Yo, first of all, man, shout out to you, man, for making that intro, man. Fire intro.
Cool Cat, Connor. Shout out
Huh?
to Cool Cat. Cool Cat did that one.
Hey, man,
Cool Cat did that one.
hey, shout out to Cool Cat, man. Yo, that's a good intro, man. Yeah, look, and I'm staying by it. Everything I said in the intro, I'm sticking by it right now. It is what it is. Let's go.
It's always 17-0 till proven otherwise. That's how you are. That's what it is to be a fan, man. Shout out to everybody in the
That's why
chat.
you be making people lose their money, man. If you're a gambler, don't listen to BIRDGANG.
I've won a
If you're
lot of
losing
bets.
your wife, your house, your kids, you're gonna put all that stuff up on the market.
Jinx Wolf in the building. What up, Jinx? We got King DV in the building. What up, brother?
Yeah.
So, man, now that the draft is over, how you feeling? How you
Look,
feeling
man.
about the
Hey,
team,
look.
man? How you feeling about the team?
Yo, I'm feeling all right. On the offensive side, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great on the offensive side because we didn't lose that much. We didn't have to do, too much, a whole new offense. We promoted Brian Johnson up to offensive coordinator. He knows Jalen Hurts. They've been together for a while. So I'm feeling great on the offensive side. On the defensive side is a whole different story because of what we don't know what the side is going to run, how he's going to put all these pieces together. And look, I'm not going to lie. I mean, we lost 5 pieces on defense. So now we got to see, with the free agent signing, with the rookie class that we just drafted, how all these pieces going to come together. So it's going to be a learning curve on the defensive side, probably 5-6 weeks into the season. So I'm just trying to, all right, come on, man. Josiah, say something. Say anything. Let us know.
That is one thing. That's really irritating me. Like, not even at the draft, nothing like they did to Nick Sirianni, other coaches talking to these players.
Yeah.
Not a word. And Nick said he's trying to keep that secret. But, man, it's driving me crazy right now. It's driving me crazy not knowing. Like, he's not saying nothing. Like, he's like, I don't have to speak and I won't. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
So I'm feeling good about the draft, though. I do think that the Philadelphia Eagles addressed some position that they needed to address, going into free agency, and then they definitely addressed it in the draft. But the linebacker core, though, I mean, that's the biggest question mark about the linebacker core, the safety position. We could see that, Edmonds, him and Reed back there. I could see that. But the linebacker situation, that is another question mark. Once again, man, I got to hear from Josiah, man. Where you at?
It all matters what defense he plays,
Yeah.
Because you look at certain defenses, I see the 3-4, and I'm like, whoa, you telling me Reddick's going to be on one side, and then Nolan Smith's going to be on the other side, and then you still got Dean back there, and then you got either Marlowe or whatever other person. I think it's not over yet. I think, all this Patrick Queen talk, all this talk about grabbing another linebacker, I think they might still be grabbing another linebacker. You know, Howie still got money, so that'd be nice. You know, that'd be nice. You know,
So,
I think
so do you think we're done at the linebacker position?
no, I don't think we're done at all. Like, I think that right now, Howie made this so he can have enough money to pick up a draft. Either he's going to trade for a linebacker, or he's going to not draft, but trade for a linebacker, or like one of these linebackers get cut. You know how they do that. You know, the second wave of cuts come, and then you get the chance to get more players in there
first.
Yeah, the poster first cuts there. So I don't think it's over at all. You know, I think he's going to spend all the resources he can this year to make sure, you know, we win the Super Bowl this year. You know how close we were last year.
Like, in your mind, like, what's our weakest position right now? What's up, Joey Shakes, man? What's up, man? So what's our weakest position on the defense right now, on this team actually as a whole?
Well, it all matters. Like, how much do you trust these rookies? You know, how much are these guys going to really make an impact their first year? You know, second year players, how much better did they get in their third year? You know, so it can be really great. You know, them Georgia Bulldogs over there, they won 2 championships together. You know what I'm saying? They know how to win. So you're like, okay, you're throwing them in a winning organization and should play at a high level. But you don't know. Some people hit that rookie wall. Remember, we had Milton hit that rookie wall his first year. You know, we've had a couple of guys hit the rookie wall like after, you know, a good 6-7 games in the league, and who knows? I don't think these guys are. I think they are going to be studs and they're going to go out there and ball out. But until they do,
what's your weakest position though? You still haven't said your weakest position on this team.
Then you have to probably still say safety.
Safety
still on the defense, because yes, we got, you know, in the draft, we have Blankenship, we have Wallace, but other than that, like.
But we just got a first round
Edmonds
from Steelers, man. You know, Edmonds, and then we brought Evans in. So I think, look, to me, the easiest position to play, in my opinion, now nobody else, just my opinion, is probably safety. You know, it depends. You know what I mean? If you uncover 3, all you gotta worry about is just don't get beat deep. You know what I mean? Just don't get beat deep. I feel like the linebackers is a big issue because we need some dogs to go and help with the run, right? The reason why last year we went and got Sue and Joseph, because we could not stop the run. We didn't have linebackers that going
because Jordan got hurt. That's why. Davis. That's why we went and got those guys.
It was more than Davis.
He was in the game last year. He was plugging that hole. We were 14th in run stop defense when Jordan Davis was, before he got hurt the first time. We were dominating it, the whole run stop thing. Jordan Davis.
So we're middle of the pack. You saying there's 32 teams? Hey, there's 32 teams in the league, and you saying
that's not trash
like
though.
Top 3 or something.
That's not trash though. I'm just saying, like, with him in, like, it made our defense, our run stop defense, a lot better. Then he got hurt, and once he got hurt, that's when we picked up and bought Joseph and Sue.
Yeah, but see, I still think it takes more. Look, and first of all, Davis was not even starting full time last year, so I don't know how, you know, he was part of this big let's stop the run type of, you know, crew.
He wasn't. Remember, he was on third down and short yardage. But
that's not the only time other teams run, though. Like, you know what I mean? Your other teams run on first down, second down. Like, you can't wait to third down and short to put them in. All I'm saying is this. I feel like that the linebacker core need to be upgraded. That's a little bit. Queen or Simmons, look, that will be the icing on the cake this offseason. And if we sign Queen or Simmons, I'm telling you right now, I might just buy my ticket right now to Vegas, baby. I might buy my ticket right now to Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get out, baby. I'm buying one too. We're going together. Let's go. Vegas. 17-0. Eagles. 22. What is that? 22-0? No.
Oh, all right. Stop that. Ain't no undefeated season ever happening. Ever.
We could have did it last year.
There's no more. I promise you right now.
Right? It was definitely possible last year. Our team is going to be better.
Look, if anybody listening, even you, BIRDGANG, in the next 10 years, I guarantee you ain't gonna be no perfect season. No perfect season at all. Nobody.
What about one lost team?
Okay, but it's not perfect. Is that perfect?
No.
Okay, then. Ain't
We're
gonna
do it
be
this year. Forget it.
the
I'm standing by
Patriots
it.
came so
17 to
close.
proven otherwise. No one's gonna stop us. We're the best.
And that's why we here.
We got the
And
best
that's why
team. We got the best quarterback. We got the best coaches. We got the best GMs. We got the best of the best of the best.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
The best schools.
Yo, this upcoming season, Jalen Hurts is gonna have to earn his money, bro. Jalen Hurts, the secret is out. There's no more secret. Jalen Hurts is gonna have to earn his money that he's getting paid this upcoming season. Yo, we played the NFC, the AFC West, I believe, the AFC East, the Jets. You know, we play Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. I believe Josh Allen, Herbert, Jimmy G, and then we play our own conference. You know, the NFC West. So he's gonna earn this team right here. If they get back to the Super Bowl, we'll have to earn it. Like they're going to have one of the top 3 participators ever.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but what is Jalen Hurts' record last year?
I mean, he only lost 1 game.
Thank you. So I'm not worried about my champion, Jalen freaking Hurts. He's better. He's going to be way better. He's going to be more dominated, and he's going to win that MVP this year.
I'm not saying that. I just said that he's going to have to earn his money.
He got to do nothing special. Just keep doing what you do.
Because last year, right, a lot of teams and fans did not see Jalen Hurts coming. He punched them in the mouth. Like there wasn't he punched them in the mouth, right? He didn't like the players, even in the NFL, defenses, they didn't see Jalen Hurts coming. Now they have a lot of tape on Jalen Hurts. And now he just got paid. And now guess what? Teams are going to say, you know what? We let you run wild last year. Show us. Have you taken
running wild is not just last year. He did that his first year starting.
Yeah, well, I mean, his first year
800 yards rushing. This is what the boy does. Like you act like this is superpower. Okay, that other people don't got. This is his superpower. It's Jalen freaking Hurts. You act like you just think that you can write up a book about this guy and stop him. No, you can't because he's good at both. He showed you the first year, I am dominant running the football. The next year he came out, I was like, not only am I dominant running football, but I'm dominant passing the football. Dominant. Like regardless of he didn't get to 4,000 yards, regardless of he didn't get to 40 touchdowns, he was very efficient. He led the league in turnover ratio. Like he did his job at a very high level.
Yeah, look, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying this upcoming season, this is the year-to-year league, man. This is a copycat league, and defensive coordinators get paid for a reason. They get paid to do what? To stop the offense. Whatever you do well, they're going to try to stop it. All right. So, yes, we lost Miles Sanders, but I know we're going to get into it. But I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts cannot be running like he did last year. He cannot lose the ability to run. He cannot lose the threat to run, but he cannot run as much this upcoming season that he did last year. We cannot afford to.
Every year, everybody's going to always say that. They said that after the first year, he can't run that much. And he didn't run as much, but he's still as efficient. But he had a lot of rushing yards still last year. And that's about the range between 600 and 800 yards every single year. Double-digit touchdowns. I'm down with that. Do it all day. Because it's not – Jalen Hurts is not getting blasted every game. You know, if you look at the play, I think they even said that play that was
Chicago, right?
About the play he got hurt on.
Chicago. We always stop running him. It was a freaking 10 degrees out there, hard concrete, basically. And we kept on running. I'm like, why are we running Jalen Hurts so much? Like, I was watching the game, just doing my play-by-play. I'm like, stop running Jalen Hurts. But they kept on running him. So, yes, I agree. I even told a Boss Cowboys that Hurts is a smart runner. He don't like to take hits, right? Mm-hmm. Like, just because he get first downs behind a big, huge offensive line, like people thinking that he loves to take hits. He's not Lamar Jackson. Hurts will either slide or go out of bounds. So he's a very, very smart runner. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I want to protect our quarterback. I want to protect my quarterback and give it off to the running back. And that's why I wanted a big back that could pound the rock instead of having Jalen Hurts trying to the quarterback sneak, even though we're good at it. So why can't you line Swift or like a big back and just hand it off or just bring it?
But I'm
just
not of the type. Jalen Hurts is only 24 years old, man. This dude's young. You can give him. He's young. 24. You remember when you were 24? You remember all the things you were doing at 24?
Yeah, but I wasn't in the NFL at 24 either.
I'm just saying, this dude's like,
I didn't play college football and NFL.
He's working out with the linemen, my guy. You know, like he's out squatting some of the linemen. You worry about this guy with 1 yard? Never. Jalen do that 1,000 times in a row whenever you want. Easy money.
Hey,
you know, I'm not worried about no quarterback sneak.
All I'm saying is this. Like, instead of doing the quarterback sneak, if the Philadelphia Eagles want to throw a wrinkle into, everybody's, every defensive coordinator scheme to stop the quarterback sneak, now they need to fake the quarterback sneak, have two backs, and option to pitch left or right because the whole inside is like trying to stop the quarterback sneak. So they need to try to do something instead of just doing quarterback sneak.
Yeah, like Shay said, there might be a blueprint on hers.
I agree.
With that read options RPO system, they have to watch out for us. Running backs, offensive linemen, and receivers, forget it. Pick your poison. Exactly. You can't stop nothing. That's what made our team so deadly on offense. And that's why I said we need a back to replace Miles Sanders, because Miles Sanders was still good enough to make people, especially once the season got started, he started really racking up those yards. They knew you had to watch out for this guy, So it was like, where do you want to go try to stop? You want to stop Miles? You want to stop Jalen? You want to stop, AJ? You want to stop, Devontae? You want to stop Goddard? Like, you just keep going. It's like, who do you want to stop? And that's what makes it so easy for Jalen, and it's that much more safer for Jalen. It's because he doesn't have to overstress about the situation. You don't have to overthink the situation. It's going to be either there or it's not going to be there. And you're going to, make your decision, throw the ball, run the ball. Like, it's going to be either one or the other, because it's always going to be one of them wide open, because they're going to overcommit to the run with Jalen or your running back, or they're going to, and if they do that, your receivers, Devontae or AJ is going to get open, or Goddard over the middle. So one of them is going to get open, or they're going to stick to the passing game, and then either one of your running backs can run it and get big yards. You're seeing 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Jalen's like at almost 800 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's 24 touchdowns by two people last year. You know what I'm saying? In our running game. It's like, that's dangerous, All
right. So let me ask you a question here. What would you like to see Jalen Hurts improve on? Because I think in your mind, he has nothing to improve on. It's perfect and everything. What do you want to see him improve on?
I'm not really saying he's perfect, but he's pretty up there. Like, think about it. If everybody knows if Jalen doesn't get hurt, what did he miss? 2 games last year? If he doesn't miss,
he missed 2 games. We lost both.
Missed those 2 games. He is MVP of last year. It was that glaring. Patrick Mahomes, when it was just another Patrick season. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it wasn't really that shiny and bright, but he just did what he had to do, and he put up yards like he always do.
You know what? Even if, I'm got to disagree. I mean, even if Jalen Hurts don't miss those 2 games, but Patrick Mahomes was coming. I'm telling you, this dude was the only person on his team, basically, right? Besides him and Kelsey. That's it. This dude was having an MVP season, over 4,000 yards throwing. 30+ touchdowns. Like, that is a season for MVP. Yes, I understand that Jalen Hurts had 13 rushing and 22 through the air. I get that. But I'm telling you right now, I feel like that Patrick Mahomes was going to win anyway, regardless if Jalen Hurts got hurt or not.
I don't know about that.
He put up.
You never knew what he did. We played crappy, we could have destroyed the Cowgirls like he did the first time again. You know what I'm saying? We could have freaking destroyed the Giants. He was out the Giants game or something like that. It could have been big games that could have put him up even higher. Because everybody knows what happened if he makes it to 15 rushing touchdowns. That'd been like the first time ever, for a quarterback. Then you think of a couple more 100 yards, you're looking at 36, 38, close to 4,000.
Are we going off rushing touchdowns or the overall
together
stats, touchdowns? Just through the air
and efficiency. I look at that too. Patty threw 13 interceptions or something like that, and what Jalen throw 6?
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
he's less. He doesn't turn over the ball. He's more efficient, is what I'm saying. Plus, he's dangerous with his legs. That Patty's not really that guy. Patty can run.
What? Wait, Patrick Mahomes is not what guy?
He's not a Jalen Hurts runner.
He don't. But look, this dude
don't have to be. I'm not saying he has to be. He throws.
Jalen,
he's
Mahomes threw for 52. Yo, Patrick Mahomes threw for 52. 5250, over 5,000 yards. He threw 5,000 yards. He had 41 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, right? I mean, and he also ran for 358 yards.
Yeah.
I get in 4 touchdowns.
Andy Reid, you act like you don't know Big Red, man. Big Red is good. I bet you we ran the football more than him.
Because we had better talent. Hurts threw for 37 yards.
That's a Big Red dude. Come on, that got Big Red fired because he didn't stop wanting to throw the damn ball. We didn't have no receivers, that's what got him fired. He didn't want to commit to the run, and then we got Dougie P, who was part of Big Red's little family tree, and what he do? That's what got him fired. He thought he was too big of a genius. He thought he could his passing game's gonna outdo anybody in the league.
Dougie P got fired because he didn't.
You actually got a coach now that understands you got to run that football, and he learned it quick. He tried to come out and do it too. Sirianni tried to come out and do it the first 5 games of the season, and he really realized real fast that that's not the way you're going to win football games with this team. Our offensive line wasn't built that way. We got a mauling offensive line. They're some of the biggest guys in the league, and the talent on our roster wasn't set up for us to be throwing the ball 50 times a game. Period.
Yeah, but Philly have never been a rushing team, though, man. Regardless what system, they've always been a throwing team. Nick Sirianni's system is not running the ball; it's throwing the ball. He just didn't have enough confidence and faith in Jalen Hurts. He had to change his system, give up play calling, and we start running the ball. Everybody wants to throw the ball. This is what the league that we in right now. It's a passing league for a reason.
But every single team still runs the ball first. You run the ball first to set up the pass. Every team still does it. Even if they don't have a star running back, they're still running the ball. The first quarter, they're trying to run that ball. It sets up the pass early, But the difference is our team has dynamic players at the running back in, the quarterback position that can run the ball really well, that we do it different. That's what I'm saying. You can't really compare him to nobody else, really. He's his own quarterback in this system right now that we're playing. He is the best quarterback in the league.
Who?
Jalen.
Nah, Patrick Mahomes.
I said it very confidently. Jalen Hurts.
Nah, Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry.
You can have it. All right. That's Jalen Hurts. I won't even go through it. Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl,
he's
not as scary to me.
Until Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl, I cannot put him ahead of Patrick Mahomes. There's no way in hell. This dude won the regular season
now you're talking team
MVP
until he wins a Super Bowl, which is a team thing, not a freaking individual thing.
Look, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill, without Tyreek Hill.
Who cares? He still had Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the game.
The only guy.
Not the only guy.
That's it. Everybody else with no names. Everybody else with no names.
Job, did they? It's not about the name on the jersey. About did that person do their job?
Okay.
Did that person do their job or not?
It's funny that you say it's not about the name on the jersey.
But Jalen Rager, running back.
Jalen Rager, we got rid of Jalen Rager because it was the name on the jersey. Jalen Rager, boom.
He didn't do his job.
Remember JJ? We got rid of him because he wasn't talented enough. So it is about the name sometimes. We got AJ Brown.
It had nothing to do with that.
Yo, getting AJ Brown elevated the football field.
They all got, they all got freaking chances. And none of them freaking, lived up to expectation.
So
they all dropped the bag.
Mahomes, how they put look, all right. Besides Kelce, man, all these other guys that Patrick Mahomes had was just guys. I'm sorry. You cannot convince me otherwise that he had any other Pro Bowl at the receiving position even the running back position, he had no other Pro Bowl besides Kelsey. So how are we going to say that Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith is easy number
Look
one.
at the starting
AJ
receivers
Brown,
last year. Who you
easy
talking
number
about?
one. Dallas
Let me
Goedert, one of the top 3 tight
Juju
ends in the
Smith-Schuster was a Pro Bowler. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, get TikTok
Did he
Juju out
not?
of there.
Did he not? I think he's
I
got
don't know about no
multiple Pro Bowls.
TikTok Juju.
Was he in the Pro Bowl or not?
When?
When he played with the Steelers.
Oh, yo,
on,
what? That
man.
one year
Juju's
with
the
AB
man.
on the team? The
TikTok
1 year with
Juju's
AB on the
the
team?
man.
Man,
USC
get
love
TikTok
coaching.
Juju out of here, man. Nah, man.
You're just a Juju hater.
Nah, Juju
Man.
didn't do nothing
I know
all
why you hate
season
Juju.
besides against us in Super Bowl, and he still didn't ball out. He just had some timely catches. That's it. But Juju
I want to
was,
get to that since we're talking about
and he
talent.
was hurt. And
Do you
he got
agree with
hurt.
what Joey says here? Do you agree with Jay says? I've been wanting to say it, but
What?
we've been talking. That Swift is better than Miles Sanders. Or
That's
Miles
not.
and Penny is better than Miles when healthy. Backfield is upgraded.
Look, I definitely think that we did upgrade the backfield only because of these guys. Swift and Penny, I definitely agree. It's better than Miles Sanders and Gainwell when healthy. And that's the biggest question. Look, we all love the trade. We all love the signing of Penny, right? When healthy. But I do have confidence that with the Philadelphia Eagles, these guys, lately, since Nick Sirianni been our head coach, we barely had any injuries. You know, knocking on wood, right? I mean, we've been pretty healthy because he knows how to take care of these guys, especially the vets and stuff like that. So if these guys stay healthy, we will be the #1 rushing team in the league, and it won't even be close. With Jalen Hurts, with the threat of the RPO, absolutely. I mean, we definitely gonna be the #1 rushing team.
Let's talk about it. Our new guy, Swift.
Oh man, I love that jersey.
Really native. And did you
Mm.
know the receiver we picked up too from Atlanta? They won 2 state championships together.
Yeah, and I also heard that he told his agent, make it happen. Whatever it takes, make it happen. So, I mean, is he going to beat out Quez Watkins? Like, I mean, is he going to take Quez's spot? Because he's definitely not going to take Smitty or AJ's spot. So, his spot is what? Returning kicks or the slot. So, that means that Quez Watkins is out. I mean, especially that new wide receiver, that the undrafted one. I think his name is Nagata, that undrafted rookie that we got. Yo, this dude, I mean, he's already signed on the contract. Yo, I think he might have a chance to play in the slot. Big body wide receiver, good, meant to go along with Smitty and Brown. Come on, man. Like, yo, the slot position is going to be dangerous, furious right now. Yo, I'm telling you now, Quez Watkins, as much as I want Quez to succeed, he better show up and show out.
I think Quest's gonna be a beast this year. You know, like he talked about it. I think he's been training this offseason. And I think he's gonna come out there. And like you said, I think they just split time. You know, you seen some games where Quest was in there. Some games it was what's his name? From the Colts.
She was Pascal? Zach?
Pascal. Yeah, in there. So I think they go back and forth. But like I wanted to really touch on like the whole Swift thing, like being from Philly, going back home. Do you think that's going to bring an extra sense of juice for him this year? You know, he's a Georgia Bulldog too. We got like 7 Georgia players now that, you know, regardless of different years, you know, he go back and watch Georgia games. He's there for the championships. You know what I'm saying? So how you think that connection is going to really up his game? Plus, we got a way better offensive line than he's ever played with, and way more skilled players around him, and like better quarterback, better receivers. Just like that's going to help open up those holes a lot bigger for him too this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key. Our offensive line and Jalen Hurts. That's it. That's all you need to know. Your offensive line is the best offensive line in football, and then you got the best dual threat quarterback in football, but not the best quarterback, but the best dual threat quarterback in football, in Jalen Hurts. The threat of him holding onto the ball and running will, you know, open these holes bigger. You saw how bad the 49ers struggled. The 49ers were the #1 rushing defense, and they struggled. Like Warner was like frozen and like
Yeah,
Which
he
way to
didn't know
go?
what
Which
to do.
way to go? Like, you know, I mean, he didn't know which way to go. So with Swift being not only him being back home in Philly, but with the best offensive line and the best running back, the best quarterback, the dual threat quarterback, that's definitely go open some holes. So yes, I think that he could possibly make the Pro Bowl. I promise you. Like
And both
he
those
could
guys,
make the
if
Pro
they
Bowl.
both imagine they both stay healthy, it'd be like the LeGarrette Blount, Jay thing where they both would be getting the ball, and if they're both healthy, they both average over 5+ yards to carry. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
they're
I
that
think,
type
but
of
Penny
stuff.
is more of a goal line type guy. Like he's more of the big back that we want. Goal line. Yo, did you see his interview, man? This dude is diesel. Like he is big. So I'm telling you right now. So I think he's more of our blunt type, and Swift is more like, man, I guess Ajayi, if you want to put a name on it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I wasn't saying their games are the same. I'm just saying, like, in terms of the impact he can have. They're both like LeGarrette was winning championships, in New England. Anywhere he went, he won a championship with,
Yeah.
What I'm saying, for a while. I think he got like 4 of them. And then it was like Jay Ajayi had did his thing with Miami, got us a leg injury, but he stayed healthy for the most part. Most of that time he did his little thing, So then you had who was what's the dude's name? The running back.
who, Clement?
Clement. So now we
Yeah.
got Boston Scott to be that Clement role.
We got Gainwell.
Not Scott Gainwell. That's what I meant. Gainwell to be that Clement role.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, man. The only thing is, man, health, man. Like any team that make it to the Super Bowl, man, you gotta have some luck along the way. Health is a big thing. The Chiefs got lucky. They didn't have a lot of people hurt, but they did have a couple receivers that got hurt, but their main guy did not get hurt. And Patrick Mahomes, just like the Eagles, like our main guy, he did not get hurt until later in the season where we had a big lead. But look, hey, this season is going to be fun. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a fun season. Fans either going to get on board or jump off board fast within the first few weeks of the season.
Yes.
Like
if we stick out like a sore thumb.
If we start off 1-2, oh my God. Yo, people like, ooh, boo, Jalen Hurts is overpaid. Yo, we start off 3-0.
If we start off 3-0, because ain't nobody stopping us this year. But hey, we started off right. We got the first rounder signed, sealed up. Our boy Jalen Carter.
Yo, I'm happy for him, man. Like no lie, and that's the guy I wanted. That's the guy I wanted throughout the whole draft was him, because I believe that every championship team start in the trenches and start up front. And who else better to pair up with Davis and Carter? So now you got 2, not 1, but 2 Georgia Bulldogs back-to-back championships on that defensive line to anchor that, that nose tackle, that defensive tackle position, to go up the middle, to give team fit. So I love that he signed early. I mean, $22 million a year. So, I mean, you average about $5.5 million a year. I don't know how many, what guarantee, what? Let me see. He says
fully guaranteed.
All the guarantee. All right. Yo, this dude got all his money. And now let's see. The biggest concern was people saying what? Character issues, right? Now he got paid. But I really think with Cox and Graham, with Davis, him being back with his teammates, he's going to be fine. People forget this guy is young. He saw something traumatic that any young kid would see. We have, man, like a PTSD, right? Gain weight, eat a lot, fall into depression. So that's what happened with him. I'm not saying that he came out and said it, but that's what happened with him. That's why he was out of shape on his pro day, all that good stuff. But look, I'm glad that he was out of shape because of that, he fell right to our lap.
Yeah, you got so lucky that Bijan was off the board, man. It's just we got the player now, though. Hey, man. And $22 million, like Michael Parks was saying, is like Hargrave just got $85 million. You know what I'm saying? And now you're trading that for $22 million. Smart move by the Eagles. Got the number 1 player in the draft. Some people say, without that character, it flaws. So, hey, good move by Howie. I'm happy that he already got the bag set, and we still got about $13 million left on the salary cap. So, it's good. Other news. We seen this.
So let's get before we move on to other news. Hey, let me get your opinion. Bijan on the board, Carter on the board. Who are you going after? And don't lie.
If Bijan was on the board, say he didn't get drafted by the
Falcons. Bijan and Carter on the board. Don't try to Bijan, Carter on the board. Who are you going after?
I would have went Bijan.
Why?
He's elite. That offense would have been like a whole nother level. Now you do have to question. Now we're sitting here like, if Swift stays healthy, if Penny stays healthy, if Gainwell can take that jump. There's a lot of ifs at a position that was elite last year or played at elite level with Miles Sanders last year. A Pro Bowler, Miles Sanders, that's no longer with us. So, yes, that is still a concern for me. And I would have took Bijan and been done with it.
all right. Look, all right. Yo, I'm taking Carter all day, man. I'm taking Carter all day, regardless if Bijan is on the board or not, because I believe the running back around the league, not only with the Philadelphia Eagles, but running back around the league, man, as long as you have a good offensive line, a great offensive line like us, that you probably could put a Miles Sanders back there because according to you, Bijan would probably be better than Miles Sanders. So let's just drop a Miles Sanders back there. He had 1,300 yards. So why not drop a Penny, a Swift, Gainwell back there and see if they could get the same production. I don't think that we needed a running back. I think that our issue was the defensive line. Defense win championships, man. That's why we lost our championship, because our defense couldn't do nothing.
But what I was saying was, even that defense was the best. See, that's the thing. We lost the championship. Everybody's so hard on, which I get it. It's the biggest game ever. But they were dominating the whole year, all 17 games, all the games in playoffs. Their defense did their job. We were the best defense in football.
Okay.
Period. So it's like, even though we did lose the biggest game and they played shitty, they were still the best defense in football. We lost some players, but we added some players. And DT, what happened? We picked up 2 guys off the street like 6 weeks into the season. So it's not like it's that hard to really get a guy to plug the middle of a defense.
But to get an elite guy like Carter to wreck, not to play, but to wreck, an offensive line.
Hargrave, I get it. Hargrave had 11 sacks last year. You want to replace that. I get it. But
absolutely.
Who's to say Milton wouldn't have took that jump this year? He played good when he played last year. Who's to say Jordan Davis can get sacks like that? We can still assume that he's still too out of shape and he can't get this, but who knows what he's young.
What's our strength, though? Rotation. Rotate these guys in and out. Fletcher Cox had one of his best years since the Super Bowl this past season. Why? Because he didn't have to play every down. Like, there was on rotation. Brandon Graham, 11 sacks. First time in his career, 11 sacks. Why? He didn't even start. He was rotation. We need an elite defensive line with rotating players regardless. Running back-wise, I feel like, hey, you could rotate your running back, especially with the threat. If we had a normal quarterback, a passing quarterback, I would say yes. You need an elite running back because you have a normal quarterback to drop back and throw the ball. But because you have the threat of a Jalen Hurts, willing to take off anytime, the threat of defensive coordinators that your defensive ends are holding, that's what say that you could drop a running back and back of this Eagles offensive line, not elite, but a decent running back and still get the same production.
You can say that the same thing. Like Linval and Sue didn't play elite; they just did their job. And we had 5 players double-digit sacks, and only one of them was a DT. The rest of them were from the outside. So your outside rush is what's getting to the quarterback. The DTs are
because of the single cut, because
the middle's blocked.
You're not middle of the line.
Yeah, you get big boys in there, and they're gonna fill that hole. That's all you really need to do. Because what's bringing all the real pressure is both the outside linebackers and no defensive ends. All those guys, both starting defensive ends had double-digit sacks. and your outside linebacker had double-digit sacks. You know, that's way more than one guy in the middle. I'm just saying that you still need to pressure up the middle, but I'm saying like there's free agents, there's trades that you can make to get some guy to go in there. In terms of running back, it's like you're not going to go into a season 5 weeks in and go find a star running back to bring to your football team and lead you to a championship. That's just not going to happen. It's a different level. You got to look at it.
What star running back have gone to the championship? What star running back?
What do you mean? What star? Emmitt Smith. He got like 4 of them.
You talking about back in the 90s?
Listen, I hate giving Cowboys a lot, but it's the same thing that we're doing. We have elite receivers, we have elite running back, we have elite offensive line, and we got a quarterback playing at elite level.
Past 15,
that's the same
years.
formula that
But
we're
the
doing.
past 15, 20, all right, the past 15, 20 years, what elite running back have won the Super Bowl?
Elite?
Yes, I mean, because you keep saying elite running back. You need an elite running back. So I'm trying to figure out what elite running back.
Most elite running backs go to crappy teams, so that's really hard to find one.
No,
That's
I
what
can
people
find
always
you
do.
an
They always
elite
make that argument. What elite running back? Well, most elite running back go to trash teams, and those teams use their whole career trying to get good enough to win a championship. By the time they do it, the guy's so old.
All right, was Zeke
really
elite or not? Was Zeke elite or not?
His first year.
Was Zeke elite or not? Because he didn't go to Super Bowl, right?
Rookie years of all.
He didn't go to a trash team either, right?
No, didn't they make clear?
No. What, the Super Bowl? Wait, what?
The playoffs.
Yeah, they made the playoffs, all right. He got bounced in the first round.
He did a job.
But I'm telling you right now, you don't need an elite running back to make it to a Super Bowl. But you do need.
I'm not saying you need it. I'm saying it helps. Why not up the ante? It helps.
Hey, a good head coach, a good defense coordinator helps. A good wide receiver helps. A good tight end helps. Everybody helps, but you don't need an elite.
We got like 17 pass rushers on our team, and we still go get more. So I'm saying, like, you're taking one position where we have no elite talent, and you're talking about the line.
I'm saying elite. I just think your case wrong. You don't need elite.
Elite. BG's he's still getting better every year he plays. He's kind of elite. He got double-digit sacks. Fletcher Cox was elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan Davis going to be elite. It's like you already have like 5 players at the position that you know.
All elites. Yep, all elites. I get it. Let's move on. All elite. Everybody elites. You know, everybody on defense elite. All right.
That's why he had one of the best defensive ever. What about what AJ said? AJ, here we go. Talking about Cowboys. How you feeling about it?
Oh yeah, look, man. AJ have a point. Because we saw the difference when CeeDee Lamb had people on the outside compared to him in the slot, right? So, like, the only thing AJ was saying that, hey, I don't play the slot. I do get the one-on-ones on the outside. I'm a big boy. You know what I mean? Yo, I do big boy things on the outside.
I do big boy
you know what I mean? Yo, I do some big boy things on the outside. So, but CD, you know, he's a great slot wide receiver. Honest truth. He's one of the best slot wide receivers in the league, possibly top 3 in the league. Because Cooper Kupp, he played the slot a lot. You know, he won the Triple Crown, whatever it was, man. You know, He won that. So he's proven to be a great, probably the best slot wide receiver. But CeeDee Lamb, I definitely put him maybe right behind Cooper Kupp. So AJ wasn't disrespecting CeeDee Lamb at all. He was just saying that, hey, I play the outside, he play inside. You know what I mean? Yes, I understand that CD could play outside too. Yeah. But mainly, he's a inside guy since he's been at Dallas. That's what we all been witnessing.
Ocean guy, yeah. They're definitely just 2 different type of receivers, period. You know, when you really round it up, look at it. One's a physical receiver, one's more of like, athletic receiver, and not the same stout receiver at all. You know, they're both good though. But I like AJ more than CD, but you know.
I mean, I believe that every team should have a Debo, a guy that's going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm about to be physical with you. I wish you would put your hands on me. You know what I mean? I'm going to make you look embarrassed. I'm about to embarrass you right here. So, and that's what AJ is. But CD, like he's more finesse with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a little pretty boy. You know what I mean? You know,
Like
sorry, that way. You know what I mean? But AJ's got, I'm about to run through you like he did against the Tennessee Titans. You know, when we played him, right? When he pushed that dude down and was wide open for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, he's that dude. He's like a TO type physical dude. Every team needs that. But every team also need a Devontae Smith, a CeeDee Lamb, finesse with it, you know, tiptoe sideline catches. You know what I mean? So you need, you know, the to balance it out. So
that's why CD was so good that year. They had Coop. Coop was more bigger, more physical receiver than him. You know,
but Coop was but Coop was slick, yo. Best route runner I've seen in a long time was Amari Cooper. That for his size, this dude has light feet. Yo, he'll just like, yo, he's the best route runner. So he was big too, but he still would embarrass you at the same time. But CD is more like finesse with it. So
I agree. And like you said, I don't think it was any shade at all. He was just saying, hey, don't compare us because we're not comparable.
Yeah.
You know? Different levels. You know, no disrespect, no hate. I see a lot of people trying to come out like, oh, look at him talking so much smack. You know, like, oh man, that's the one I wanted to put out there saying, like, or was it this one right here? Yeah. Debo. Yeah.
F Debo.
Yeah. We're just giving Debo praise a second ago, too. Every team needs a Debo. And then look at this.
Yeah. Every team needs a Debo. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like Debo. I mean, I like the fact that he got paid. He just bitter from last season. That's all it is. But it's
the quarterback got hurt.
Like, there's no history between the Eagles and the 49ers. It is what it is, right? Even the year before when we played them, I mean, there was no bad blood, all because they felt like that if we had a quarterback, we would have went to Super Bowl, whatever, and now he's mad. You know what I mean? Yo, he's like that ex. Yo, he's like the ex that just can't get over you. I mean, you gave her that, you know, and then you like, hey, look, we're not together no more. You know what I mean? But she's still over here texting you and been trying to break up your relationships and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's what Debo is. Yo, he's the ex right now. He just like, he can't get over the fact that Philly beat the 49ers and they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and he's bitter. That's all. I'm not taking nothing he said, nothing at all. And like, oh my God, Debo said, guess what? This upcoming season, we play the 49ers.
Yes, we do.
We play the 49ers.
Nice.
We play a lot of good teams, and we coming for Debo. They still don't have a quarterback, by the way, but who knows? They still have a quarterback.
Come on. You know? I feel like you said he's just, but I like what Dang said. He did get rocked by Blankenship. He got rocked. I wish I had the clip to play it. He got rocked by Blankenship.
Yeah, so I'm not worried
about it. He was mad that he got a hit-stick fumble by a no-namer. He's supposed to be this Pro Bowler, and then his quarterback got hurt. So, you know, it is what it is. Debo, stop hating and start practicing. Okay, go help your team find a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, yo, that's the biggest thing, man. You know what I mean? Look, the 49ers, especially they got Hargrave now. I can't believe Hargrave went to the 49ers, but that's not going to help them. You know what I mean? Look, I'm sorry. That's not going to help them stop the run. Not against Philly, maybe against other teams, but not against Philly because there's no Jalen Hurts there. That's what people don't understand. It doesn't matter who you have up front. If you have a Jalen Hurts to hold the end, to hold the linebacker, people's like, yo, is he got the ball or no? Wait, who got the ball? A split second is 5 yards. Like the minute, so it doesn't matter who they have on the defensive front. It doesn't matter when we play the 49ers, it's going to be the same damn thing. Same result, right? Running down their throats, just throw it to Goddard, just throw it, you know, just once in a while.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's that easy. And that's why I'm so freaking confident that we're just going to get better and better. Because even like you were saying, take away that play. Did you start noticing at the end of the year, they did the little toss out of the quarterback sneak? You can keep doing as many plays as you want if you keep doing it consistently, where you're not always making Jalen Hurts do it, you know, where you're actually tricking the defense to do something else to get bigger plays, you know, get that touchdown out off a trick play or something like that. It's like we have so many options with the skill position players we have. Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying this though, I really feel Swift coming to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? On his the 5th year he's in the league. He's with all of his Bulldog brethren. You know what I'm saying? Alumni, and he's on a team like the Eagles. Man, he can if he stays healthy. He hasn't been that hurt. I think more recently, but if he stays
He
healthy,
hasn't. He missed
he
about
can be a big part of our offense. Like you said, Pro Bowl. Yeah. You know,
he missed about
I think
10
he would.
games the past 3 years.
Because he keeps you from having to understand, like everybody was saying, how when Miles was in, you knew he's running, and when Gainwell came in, you knew they're passing. Like Swift can do both. He's a dual threat. You know, he's a dual threat back. And you know, whenever the Eagles had a good dual threat, to Brian Westbrook, to Shady McCoy, it's like, you know, those guys were the ones that put up big numbers for this, you know, this team. So
yeah,
like I said, I'm happy that he's from Philly. He's with his alumni. You know, he's on our team. You know, I want him to be John, obviously, but I'm happy with the way, you know, it worked out. Plus, there's some good running backs next year. I guess I can cheer for. But we talk about
that. Look, I'm not doing nothing about next year, no mock draft, nothing like that. But I also think that Swift, man, being back home, man, there's nothing better to motivate you, like Bradbury, right? Even Coach Cowboys, like CD, Cook, Bradbury, blah, 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 all this crap. He was on a bad team. Bradbury was with the Giants, a bad team. When you come to a good team, you elevate your play.
Yes.
Bradbury, to me, was the better DB on our team last year. It wasn't Slay. It was Bradbury. I'm sorry.
I feel like the first half it was Slay, and the second half it was Bradbury.
Now, I think Bradbury was consistent the whole year. The whole year, he's been that.
That's what Slay was
he
cooking.
Covered the bigger wide receiver. Like, you know what I mean? So I really think when you play for a bad team, you mirage down. Right after, look, it's week 6. We're 0-6. What the hell? I'm gonna put my body on the line for? You know what I mean? All right, hey, you beat me. All right, cool. Hey, pay me my money. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? You done, son. But when you play for a good team, every Sunday, every time you step on that field, you know, hey, we them dogs, right? We them birds, right? You know what I mean? So let's go do this. Hey, a good team, this and that. So now with Swift coming to Philly, you know, on the Philadelphia Eagles, the best offensive line with Jalen Hurts. I'm telling you right now, Swift, he's going to have a better season. If he gets a lot of carries, he will have a better season than Miles Sanders this past season.
Ooh. I like it. I like it. Especially when we got these boys. How do you feel? Look at this one. I had to show this one. Look at our dogs up front, and that's going to be getting after the quarterback. Graham, Cox, Reddick, Carter, Dean, David, Williams, Smith. Dang. 9 players. 9 players?
Yeah, that's...
We cannot even be over yet. We still got time to pick up maybe 1 or 2. 9 players, though, man. That's crazy.
Yo, yeah. I think...
I might break the record this year.
I don't know, but no, look, all right, look, I'm not... Stop.
Right?
Last season was something that we haven't seen before. Like, this Eagles team has 70-plus sacks. 3rd time in NFL history. Over 100 years old. 3rd time in NFL history a team had that many sacks. So I'm not going to say that we're going to break the record or anything like that. Let me see.
I'll do it for you.
Let me see week 2. Let me see
week 3. We're
going
to break the record.
Let me see week 4.
10 sacks each. So that's 90 sacks.
Oh my God. But Hargrave, 11 sacks, I think could be Milton Williams, definitely Carter, and
Carter and Milton's together
Smith.
Probably.
I think with William, Carter, and Smith, they could get, you know, about 15 sacks between those 3. 15 sacks, maybe 20 between Milton Williams, Carter, and Smith. They could get about 15, 20 sacks, which will replace Hargrave 11 sacks with, you know, Hassan Reddick had a ball out season last year.
I think we can even get more this year.
But Brandon Graham, though, don't bank on Brandon Graham having 11 sacks again.
Well, why not? Last 3 years, Brandon Graham's gotten better and better and better.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I do.
And when is he going to stop? He's going to get worse this year, and he doesn't.
Well, I'm not saying get worse, but look, 11 sacks, first time in his whole career. There's a reason why. It happened once in the blue moon. You know what I mean? It was the first time in his whole career he had 11 sacks. And he's been in the league for 10 plus years. So don't bank on him having 11 sacks, but with the additional guys we have too. And we don't even know if we get 50, 55 sacks, that's a great year. Yo, I agree. Yo, don't get used to 70, 80, 90 sacks.
Oh, yeah,
Yo,
the dogs are coming. The dogs are coming.
Yo, look. Yo, that's a great season if they do get 50 to 55 sacks. So I love it, but I'm not counting on Graham having 11, and then we gotta, replace Hargrave 11. So that's 22 sacks that we gotta replace. But Graham might have an 8, 9, sack season, and then you throw Williams in there, Carter in there, and Smith in there. So
Shout out for the super chat. He said, "Do you think the team will do hurry up offense so we can't sub our defensive line in?" So do you think teams will do hurry up offense so we can't sub our defensive lines in? I think they tried to do that last year a little bit. Shout out for the $5 super chat, my guy.
Yeah. So
I think they did that last year, right? Sometimes
teams. It depends on the team though, but 9 times out of 10, man. Look, the offensive player need a breather also. You could only do hair up offense for so long. So
hey, our offense was that way with Chip, remember?
Yeah, with Chip Kelly, yeah, and our guy was tired. Man, our offense was. Them guys was like,
I would say that made our team
throughout the year, like off season, training camp. You have to practice that type of tempo.
Even though we hate Chip, at the end of the day, he made our whole organization more healthier and faster. More like it seemed like he was like we were more of like a fast-paced team, like more in shape team after Chip though. I feel like he left his little smoothies. He left the little smoothie recipe up in there. Look, the boys were fresh and they were looking a lot better. They were in shape from all the running they did. But, I agree. I think this team, they will try to do it. Some plays, like you said, it's not going to matter because the 4 people that are going to be in, no matter what, we got more. That was 9 players. You know what I'm saying? 9. So if there's 4 on the line,
and we have more too. You forgot Talupa.
Yeah, Marlon Talupa.
Yeah, you forgot him
coming back. Both Johnsons, like Kyron Johnson.
Yeah.
Other Johnson, they're coming back. Ron Jackson's coming. You know what I'm saying? So who knows that the 7th round pick? He act like he's super excited, like he about to do something. He's a big boy from Texas. He might.
Jomo.
Jomo.
Yeah.
He might come in. And do something. You never know with these guys. So it's like we got the depth. Like it ain't. I think it's all like unproven depth. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like we don't know for sure. Are these guys going to really come in and dominate for sure, or are they going to, be rookies and first year players?
But it's going to be on a decider, man. What is he going to run, man? Because everything, and you saw Jonathan Gannon when he had talent, even though people are praising him, but it is what it is. We need to know what our defensive coordinator is going to do, what kind of defense he's going to run, a 3-4, a 4-3, 5-2. Look, I don't know what he's going to run, and that's the biggest question mark of all. So you can have all the guys you want, but do you have the coach to put them in the right position to succeed? I don't know yet.
Yeah. What would be a shout out to Jinx? Yeah, baby.
Hey, Jinx, go sit down somewhere, Jinx. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah. But how about this? A question that I don't think no one's talking about. What would be a disappointing year for Jalen Carter in terms of like how he's so much better? Now, if Jalen Carter comes out this year, 17-game season, and only gets 5 sacks, is that a successful rookie year? Or,
Oh, hell yeah.
Really? I'm trying to replace 11, but 5 is okay.
Huh?
You're trying to replace 11, but 5's okay?
No. I'm talking about his first year ever, starting in the league, 5 sacks on a rotational defensive front, first of all. So it's not like, he's going to be starting, every game, play 3-4 downs all the way down the field. So he's going to be on a rotation. So 5 sacks, that's perfect. Yo, Brendan Grant, the first 5 years was the bus.
That's not elite. That's not game changing if you just came in and got
It's his first year. It's his first year. It's only going to get better.
We knew if we would have got Bijan first round, he would have been up all pro.
We don't know that.
First year.
But we don't know that. We don't know nothing.
That for a fact.
Look, Kyle Pitts got drafted by the Falcons his first year. Man, he didn't have no 1,000-something, 1,500 yards receiving. Hell nah. Yeah, you gotta get first round more than 1 year. Yeah.
Remember all the high level running backs that came out from Zeke, the Saquon, McCaffrey.
But that's a different position.
Pro Bowl seasons their first year because that's what those.
But you're talking about a defensive tackle.
The trend says he would have had one. Too.
But you're talking about a defensive tackle position that's not known for sacks anyway, by the way, right? If you're a defensive tackle, that's not your job to go get sacked.
Adamka Sue, Warren Sapp, all the guys that were dominant DTs, pass rushing DTs, they all came in and dominated.
Oh, well, they all had double-digit sacks the first year.
Nagata, Sue.
But they all had double-digit sacks the first year.
No,
get out of here. Get out of here.
They were dominating.
But their job is to stop the run. Their job is to stop the run, like just clog the middle and do whatever you got to do. The edge are where you get your sacks at. Yes, Hargrave. That was his first 11 sacks with the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way. I think last year he had like 6 or 8. So he wasn't always double-digit sacks with the Philadelphia Eagles. So now you're expecting a rookie in a new system to make the jump from college to pro, and all we have left. No, 5 sacks, dominating stuff. Just stopping the run. That's a successful season. Because
what about if he had 2 sacks? If he only had 2 sacks and like 25 tackles.
Stop trying to put sacks on it.
So he had no sacks. It just was a dominating guy. You really feel like that's worth it?
Was he productive in helping us stop the run? Was he the main reason why the Eagles went from 14th in rushing last year, ranked defense, to maybe a top 3 defense? That's all I care about. The sacks are beautiful. Beautiful sacks. I get you. But at the same time, we got edge to do that. We got Hassan Reddick, Barnett coming back, Graham, Nolan Smith. We got these guys, to get all these other sacks. But can he stop the run? Can he help us clog the middle, stop the run, and be one of the top ranked Russian defense? That's all I care about. Maybe the following year, I'm like, all right, look, let's get some sacks in there, this and that. But his rookie year, I mean, Jordan Davis had how many sacks? Jordan Davis
wasn't a pass rusher. He's a run stopping DT.
Okay, I mean, how many sacks did he have?
I think he had
0. 0.
Yeah, he had 0. I thought I remembered what.
Is that a bad? Did he fail last year? I mean,
he wasn't needed as much. Like, I think it's a whole nother situation. Like, A, you are a pass rushing DT, and B, you are more needed now because you are replacing our pass rushing DT. Like, Jordan Davis was always like more of a Fletcher Cox type. Because Fletcher Cox make Pro Bowls without getting double-digit sacks before. Like he's destructive in the run game, and I think that's what Jordan Davis is going to be, like one of those guys. You don't ever expect Jordan Davis to get you 11 sacks. That's not his game, But a guy like him and with all the other talent around, especially what really helps everybody is when Reddick was going off the way he was. And he was doing that consistently every single game. So, if Nolan Smith comparison is Reddick and he's on the team and we're running like the 3-4, he's getting to that quarterback as fast as Reddick's getting that quarterback. Woo! You better watch out. And that's going to give you a lot of sacks for, that's going to give you a lot of sacks for, your DTs. Yeah.
Or whether you had packages. I mean, you had the NASCAR package like we had, with Barnett, Graham on the inside. And I forgot who was on the other two. But with Long, was it Long? Yeah, it was Long, right? The Super Bowl year. But You had your packages, so why not just put a package for all four of them, where you have Barnett, Graham, Nolan Smith, and Hassan Reddick, right? So you could have different packages, but I'm not worried about if Carter could help me stop the run, become a top run stopping defense. I'm all for it, man. The sacks are beautiful. They're sexy and all. He's just a 3-point shot in basketball. That's what sacks are, right? Everybody like the long three. You know what
Everybody
I mean?
like Curry, baby.
You know what I mean? Everybody
like Curry shot.
But hey, look, if we could get it'd be a top 3 run stopping.
He won that MVP though. Embiid won that MVP though.
Look, if we could be a top 3 defense against the rush, that means that our DBs in the back with Reed, with Bradbury, with Slay, with whoever else they put in there are having a field day, a great Pro Bowl season. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, like just the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? Like these
yeah,
guys play together. You know, you think about it. You got a championship defense. You know they're going to implement some of the things that they did good in Georgia too. You know these.
We don't know nothing, man. We don't know.
We know they're going to do something like that to try to.
But we don't even know, hey, who our defensive coordinator is, because I haven't seen his face yet.
What's his name again?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know. Hey, Billy Bob. Hey, I'm going to call him Billy Bob until he shows his face.
Do you think it's an advantage? You know, this is going to overall give us an advantage because no one knows nothing about our defense.
Well, yeah.
You know how we do it in the preseason? We play the most vanilla offense and defense there is in the league. Like garbage. You know what I'm saying? So none of us last year, none of us really knew what was going to happen. You know, even last year, you know, going into like how we're going to do it. And then we did it. And it was like, well, okay. That takes them off balance.
I definitely think is a advantage on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? With a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator. Yes, you could assume that the offense is going to be the same from last year, but you don't know what Brian Johnson is going to do, what rankles he's going to throw in there. So now the defense, like you can't really go back and say, man, let me go watch Seattle or Chicago because the players wasn't the same. Like the talent wasn't the same. So
he's
like
saying with lesser talent, Shake's saying Desai had a top 10, was top 10 pass, top 10 sacks, bottom 10 in rush, and 21 as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but the talent wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Like the talent wasn't the same in Chicago when he was in with the Bears. Also, we have on the Philadelphia Eagles. So if he was top 5 in sacks in Chicago, he's definitely going to be top 5 with Philly. So I just feel like, but it is an advantage because the teams can go back and say, okay, let's go watch Chicago tape. Let's go watch Seattle. You can't really do that because the talent wasn't the same. And he's coming to a whole new, different system. And now with different talent, with some dogs. So
and you got to look at what, all the tape from last year and what we actually did and what was working. So you got to implement that into your defense no matter what, because you got mostly of the same players back. You got to use some of what the system was that Gannon was running from, just keep it, familiar. Keep doing what you do.
I do like the fact that that Bradbury was like the reason why I came back was because I talked to him, right? And I like his mindset. I like the type of defense that he said he's going to run, even though he didn't really share it with us. But he came back because he liked what the side was talking about. So I'm thinking more of a aggressive type of defense, more up in your face type of defense, because that's what Bradbury is, right? Yeah. He's not, just play 10 yards off the ball. He's aggressive type of a DB, and that's why he came back. So he liked what the defensive coordinator was talking about. So he's going to be aggressive one.
Shake says the blitz rate for Desai is 22.6 compared to Gannon 9.5 this past year. It's disgusting. That is disgusting because, we all knew as awesome as our defense was last year, we just needed that extra little bump in blitzing. Just get to.
But did we need to blitz last year? Did we need to blitz? I mean, well, it was like, okay, Yes, some games we needed to get after because we wasn't getting there with our 4-man front. But when we had 5-man front, we was getting to the quarterback like crazy. You know what I mean? So, but we didn't really need to blitz because our
I felt like you didn't feel like we could have blitzed a little bit more.
Oh yeah, definitely. 5%. What was it? Yeah, absolutely. Should bump it up to 10. You know, bump it up to 11. You know, 9%. It's crazy. But our team was blowing teams out in the second quarter. By halftime, we just like, hey, whatever. Back up, son. Hey, back up.
And I'm about to just let the dogs go. And that's why, like, a lot of theories a lot of people have about our team. It's like, really? You can say that would be a way to stop us, or you can say that'd be a way you could do something against us. In reality, are you really going to do it? You know, like, can that really be done? Teams aren't really built like us, man. Like, we got the best, like, one, if not the best team. And I always believe my team first. So, the best team in the league right now. And compared to a lot of these other teams, like, we're definitely the best team in the NFC. You know, the AFC, we got to see what they do this year. You know, how good they
everybody got a plan, man, until they get punched in the mouth. You know what I mean? Everybody got a plan until they start. Because you can't practice playing for the Philadelphia Eagles unless you have a Lamar Jackson. Like, that's the only reason why. Like, you can literally practice. Okay, boom, let's practice our RPO. Our Lamar, you know, you are go against this defense and practice the RPO like we about to do. Like, you can't practice that. So everybody could, you know, fake practice and say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But once you line up mano a mano, you looking at cause Jason Kelce dominating defensive tackles, you know what I mean, with his little frame, little bear gut out. You know what I mean? He dominating guys. He's like, damn, jeez, we didn't practice for this. Yo, hey, coach, what you set us up for? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I really think this upcoming season, at least the first few weeks, we need to get to a hot start because there's not going to be so much tape out there on our defensive coordinator. Take advantage.
And a lot of people would be like, yeah, they don't need time. Because I heard even some of the big time media talking about, yeah, this team is not proven. You know, you got a lot of young talent and hoping to do things with. You know, it's going to take some time, at least 5 weeks to get them, you know, really adjusted to each other. I'm like, hello, these guys know each other. Like 4 of these guys are going to be starting. They know each other for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Dean, Jordan, Davis, you know, Nolan Smith, if he starts on the other side of running 3-4, they all know each other. They play with each other. And when inside the defense, the rest of these guys play with each other from last year. So, except for the other linebacker. So it's like, you know, I think they're going to start out hot just like we did last year and just keep continuing.
Yeah, but last year was the same system, 2 years with more talent. So now I think they're talking about, okay, we don't know what defense he's going to run, this and that. So now it's going to take some time.
But it's really like a week to week because we never really stay consistent in anything. It's week to week. I think Nick is going to, you know, that's probably something he talked about in the interview. Is like, I don't want you to have a predictable defense. Like, that's what the whole plan was when I first came here. He said, we're going to bring you football, play it at a high level. You know, it's not going to be predictable. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, you're not going to be able to just predict and know what we're going to do. We're going to come game plan, depending on what team we play, what they run. We're going to, you know, bounce and give our players the best put them in the best situation to succeed. And it's like the first year you didn't really see that because we didn't have the talent. Last year you had the talent, you got to really see what it is like to do it. And then I think now, even though we do got those coordinators gone, our head coach is pretty much our offensive coordinator for real. You know what I'm saying? He sets in the main goal plan. And it's not hard to realize what's good for Jalen Hurts right now. And then the defense side, it's like you already know these players' strengths and weaknesses. You know, they have great tape for you to look at from last year. You're like, whoa, look at this. They did this all year long. Now, what can I do to throw some wrinkles in there to make it different, you know, and work on their weak spots? But, you know, that's an easier job when you got an elite defense. You know, if he came into a defense that was trash, it might be hard. You got to really figure out how to get these guys to play at a higher level. But he's coming to an elite defense. It's going to be not that difficult to get these guys on board.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, I agree, man. I think, you know, that's a good point there. Let me see. Dank, what's more important is how they like their lineup at corner will be more pressed. I mean, I think that's a big thing right here. And I'm more afraid for Slay. You know what I mean?
He said he wanted to.
Huh?
He said he wanted to. on his show. He said,
but I'm more afraid for Slay. You know, if they line up press, I'm afraid for Slay. I don't think he got the same burst, like the same quickness. Because if you're trying to press somebody, one little oops, and you gone. Now you playing catch up. So now, what's your safety? So now it's all about if you're playing press, your safety better be on alert because your DBs, your Bradbury, I trust Bradbury more in press.
Is he slower than Slay?
I trust Bradbury more in press than I do Slay. Only because Bradbury, that's his type of style. Slay is more like a zone, like just lay it off a little bit, jumping routes type guy. He's not like a press type guy. So if we playing press, yo, I'm more afraid for Slay than Bradbury. So our safeties better be on alert, on burnt alert.
It's like press with a blitz. I think Slay's.
I mean, well, yeah, that's different. I mean, yeah, you could throw these wrinkles in there, but if we don't blitz, we play. I'm telling you right now, and Slay is a little bit older than Bradbury, also. So we definitely need a backup. Definitely need a backup corner DB that's ready to go in any given second if Slay getting cooked.
Yeah. Well, you got McPherson. You got Ricks.
Ooh, McPherson.
You got Josh Joe, baby.
I mean, they're guys. They're just guys.
We don't know a lot of these guys. They're young. They didn't really get no playing time because our cornerbacks are good. Like that's the whole thing.
They should be well prepared then because they've been with this team for a couple of seasons now, so they should know the system or whatever. They should know everything. So, but like I said, I like that DB from Georgia, man. What was his name?
Billy Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo.
I really like Ringo.
I like him.
I think Ringo could play if you had to put him in some games. Like, if it wasn't like a week one, like say he got mid-season, he done got some practice with the squad. You know, get him like mid-season. I don't want either one of my starters to go down. But like mid-season, one of those guys go down. I think you could throw Ringo in there for like 3 games.
Look, all of them are like, Ringo, man, I think the other one is Rick or whatever his name is.
See, those are rookies. Josh Jobe last year, when he came out of Alabama, he was good. He just didn't get no PT last year. Yeah. And McPherson kind of looked like he was getting better.
Yeah.
I doubt they just keep bringing him back over and over for no reason.
Gardner and MC. Gardner, the DB out of LSU. This dude's 6'2". Freaking Ringo, 6'2". And then I believe the other DB, what's the other DB at? From what's his name? Oh, Rick. He's 6'2". So you know what I mean? So we do got some height, some length, you know what I mean? So I like the way this DB room is shaping up. Everybody over 6 feet besides Maddox. I think Maddox is like what 5'11", or whatever. I think it's like 5'11". Yeah, probably 5'9". but everybody
I can't hate
is above 6 feet. I like the draft, so I have no issues.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be exciting, man. I'm happy to see. I'm excited to see what else Howie's gonna do between now and they start tomorrow starts rookie minicamp. They get that stuff started, and then we see what happens with any like June 1st cuts or anything like that. Yeah. Any players come available, so Howie go get some. I think what he had he had $13 million left around that. With $13 million, you can grab yourself a good 2 more talented players in a trade or something like that. So, there's a lot of these, like you said, linebackers on their 5th year. You can get your 5th year option picked up, or, just trading for a person and don't make that much money, like we did when we went and got Swift. So,
yeah. I mean, look, man, I like it, man. I'm happy for our draft, man. I'm happy for the free agency that we signed, the free agents that we signed. I do believe that Howie Roseman is going to make another big splash. Queen sounds so delicious. To the Philadelphia. If we get Queen, man, like I'm telling you right
I
now.
was saying I wanted Queens, and like people are like, no, not Queen.
Nah. Your
I want
Queen is a baller, man. He's a baller with the right system, man. He is one of those guys that's not afraid to stick his nose in the hole and go get. And now you have Dean and Queen.
Dean and Queen.
Dean, a Queen Dean, you know.
Queen Dean, he said what?
Queen Dean. Yeah,
And
so
shout out to all you guys still up in here, man. We got the shout out to all 20 of you guys, whatever channel you're on, whatever website. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, baby, on our channel. So all the links are inside the description. Hit that like on everybody. Go around, after we wrap this up right now, go hit that like on everybody's. That mean a lot from both of us. So man, JC, another good show, episode 2. The truth. I think they got some truth out of us today. We all know the Eagles going 17-0 to improve.
Well, they got the truth out of me. I don't know about you, but they
sure
got the truth out of me.
Taylor freaking Hurts is the best quarterback in the league. That is the truth.
And they definitely got the truth out of me. I don't know about you.
So, like I said, no matter what, whichever way you are, whatever type of fan you are, you can get some truth from either one of us. We do not think the same about our Eagles. So yeah, because it's a Philly thing, baby. It's a Philly
no
thing.
one like us. We don't care.
We don't care. But much love to you, man. Final words. Let's get up out of here. My final words is the Eagles are coming this year. Best team in the league. Watch out. We're going to even be better than last year. It'll be great.
Yo, my final word is the Eagles are coming back hungrier than last year because they know teams are going to come after them. They know that the schedule is going to be a little bit harder. They know they're about to play the Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Herbert, the Russell Wilsons. They're going to play some dogs, Aaron Rodgers. So they know all this thing is about to happen this year. And I feel like that they're going to rise to the occasion this upcoming season.
Yeah, so keep locked in. You know what I'm saying? JC be putting out that Fire Eagle content. He got shorts, lives, everything. We're definitely going to keep doing it. Try to get this on a normal. We see how it goes. We'll probably get some more tighter once the season gets started. But we'll keep bringing you episodes of the truth. And, we're going to see what happens. So, like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.
The next time. The truth, JC, BG, we out. Peace.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very, 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 very first episode of The Truth.